We are going to start looking at multiplication. So today we're going to learn a little bit about multiplication as well as how to solve multiplication problems using an equal groups strategy. So multiplication is the easiest way to find the total number of items in equal groups, and we're going to be talking about what that means. If I had a pile of pennies on the table and I wanted to count them, I'm probably not going to count them one at a time because that's going to take me a really long time. I might count them in groups of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I might count them in groups of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I might even count them in groups of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is multiplication. So let's look at a multiplication problem. 2 times 5. So the numbers that we multiply together are called factors. We have 2 factors in this multiplication problem, 2 and 5. The first factor tells us how many groups we have, and in this case, we have 2 groups, 1, 2. The second factor tells us how many are in each group. So in this case, we have 5. So we have 5 in our first group and 5 in our second group. Now, to get my answer, I can either count them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or I could count by 5s, 5, 10. Either way, my answer is going to be 10. The answer in a multiplication problem is called the product. So let's look at multiplication in a word problem. Marco has 4 baskets. He puts 3 apples in each basket. How many apples does Marco have? So remember, my first factor are my groups. That's going to be my baskets, 4 times. My second factor is how many are in each group. So it's going to be my apples, 3. So to solve this problem with equal groups, I'm going to draw 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's my first factor. And then I'm going to put 3 in each group. I like to use X's because they're easy to draw and they go quickly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I can count them. I can either count them one at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or I can count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12. But my answer, or my product, is 12 apples. So let's take a look at our steps. First, you identify your 2 factors. I should say the, not they, the numbers you are multiplying with. Next, you draw your groups based on your first factor, first number, just like we did in the previous problem, the 4. Next, you draw your objects in each group based on your second factor. Here we drew 3 in each group, and I like to use those X's. Circles are also pretty easy to do. And then finally, you count your objects to find your product or the answer. I look forward to learning more strategies for solving multiplication problems.